the heavy battles that are coming out in areas where the allied Ethiopian and Eritrean forces have captured, and as well as we will discuss the humanitarian situation in Tigray. I am joined by Redae Halefom, head for Tigray Bureau of Communication Affairs. Redae, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me.
Let's start with the ongoing battles in the war in Tigray. Just give us a general picture.
I may not speak new things because what is going on in Tigray is already disclosed, and the international community as a whole, what can I say, the whole Ethiopians, the whole Africans and the whole world already knows what is going on the ground. Tigray is under a severe attack almost from every direction, from east, west, south and north. And this allied, the Isaias-led allied forces are doing their level best to exterminate or to destroy Tigray and its people. In every inch that these forces occupy, people are indiscriminately killed, and they are murdering people regardless of their age, their gender, their religion, their political outlook, their way of life, both in urban and rural areas. So Tigray is under extreme suffering by now. This is what I can say. Both urban and rural areas are bombarded every day by airstrikes and drone attacks, artilleries. So in every direction of Tigray, the people of Tigray are extremely suffering. As we know, Tigray has been under complete siege for the last years. And there is no food by now. There is no medicine, and there is no food. So the war on Tigray is not simply a kind of a military warfare. It's a complete and severe attack in all ways in all directions, in all ways that these Isaias-led allied forces are using to destroy people and to destroy Tigray and the people of Tigray indiscriminately. This is what I can say by now.
What about the resistance by the Tigrayan forces?
The people of Tigray, though have been attacked from every direction by the Isaias-led forces, are paying every possible sacrifice to defend our rights. We have been just forced to choose only one way, which is militarily defend our interests, militarily defend not only our interests, the very survival of Tigray and its people is under attack or under a severe condition, as I explained before. So our military, our defense forces are doing their own best. The people of Tigray is doing its own best because we don't have other chance. They are giving us only one chance, just to defend the very survival of Tigray and its people. And we are doing our level best on this front. Had it been just as interest of these allied forces, or had it been as interest of the regimes both in Addis and in Asmara, it could have been just Tigray could have been destroyed, and the people of Tigray could have been absolutely eliminated as per their plan. But thanks to our defense forces, thanks to our joint minds and hearts as the entire people, we are defending just our survival. And the battlefield is, as it has been repeatedly said in many ways by the government of Tigray and by the Tigray defense forces. So we are putting our maximum pressures on these genocidal forces, And the reason why we are talking today, even in this program, is because we are defending our survival to the maximum possible that we can.
Okay, how about the reports of atrocities in areas where Eritrean forces and allies have controlled? Amnesty International last week said over 40 people were killed just in Shararo. Tell us more about the atrocities taking place in other areas.
The atrocities which has been committed in Tigray is not the atrocity that the world knows so far. It's a complete catastrophe. What's going on in Tigray is a complete catastrophe. It's a genocide. And these numbers are, I don't think the exact numbers. The number is throughout the places that forces pass through or the Isaiah-led forces occupy is under report because Tigray is under complete blockade and siege, as I mentioned before. So there is no media in Tigray that reports what is going on throughout Tigray or the places that these forces occupy. There is no internet, so access to information to these areas is tightly closed. And what can be said is their intention is to destroy Tigray and its people, to discriminately kill and murder every one of Tigrayans. So I can say only the magnitude, not 40, 400. I don't think these numbers are accurate. So day in, day out, they are killing people, innocents, children, women, elderly people are the most targeted ones, the most victim ones. So it is just they are killing every day, they are killing every minute. Civilians are under their target. If you see some of the statements from the regime in Addis Ababa, they strike, they conduct drone strikes and they bombard villages or towns by fighter jets. Immediately they explain or they issue statements saying they attack their targets while killing children, while bombarding healthcare and children playgrounds. The reason why they are saying they target or they attack their target is because everyone in Tigray is their target. Every place in Tigray is their target. So they are indiscriminately killing and murdering people. It's not only in Shiraro, everywhere in South Tigray this week are hundreds of people are killed. And these are innocent civilians, has nothing to do with military movements, have nothing to do with military interests. They are innocent civilians living in villages, towns, wherever they are found, are targeted. So the very intention of this invasion, this aggression is just to destroy the people of Tigray entirely and to scratch the map of Tigray from the map of the world, as they are repeatedly saying. So people are dying every day. They are killing in mass. Wherever every Tigrayan is found, they just shot on the civilians.
What can we say about the humanitarian situation in Tigray? A report by UNICEF on Saturday said more than 200,000 have newly displaced just after the resumption of hostilities in August. How is the response?
I think this report is only from Adadaro and its environs. It doesn't include the places in eastern Tigray, in southern Tigray, or in other places that these occupied forces, these aggressors are occupying. So one of the targets, what they are doing, these forces, is just to displace Tigray, the whole people of Tigray. As their plan is to displace more than 3 million Tigrayans from their homeland. The situation, even before the resumptions of this war, millions of Tigrayans were displaced. Only from the western Tigray, there were 1 million displaced people in Tigray. So now the situation is extremely aggravating. Every day there is displacement. Whenever they bombard or they attack or strike by artillery or drones, their target is just to displace people. So the situation is not simply a crisis, it's really a severe catastrophe. People didn't have food even before the assumptions of this war. They didn't have healthcare services even before the resumptions of this war. Now, an additional crisis is already added to this severe situation. So the whole of Tigray is under extreme catastrophe. So I can say this: even if it is really the world catastrophe really captures the whole suffering of the people of Tigray by now, it's beyond the words that we know. It is beyond the experiences that we know, because under this, I can say, modern world, the people of Tigray are extremely suffering in the eyes of the world. The world know everything, as I said in the introduction, but had nothing to save the people of Tigray. So it's really severe catastrophe is going on.
Finally, what do you think should be done to stop the atrocities that are being committed, and as well as to save the millions in need of humanitarian assistance?
From our side, we are doing our best, because we don't have other chance but just to tighten our belts and confront these invaders and genocidal forces from our side. I mean our side, from the people of Tigray, because every possible options are blocked by these forces. Our peace calls had been denied repeatedly and taken as a signs of weakness, though not actually. So from Tigray perspective, we have to do what we can do to safeguard just our interest and to ensure our survival. And we have been doing so far, and we will continue doing as such, because we don't have other chance, and they didn't give us other chance. This is the only way that we can do for our survival. From the international community, if the international community is really committed enough to save the lives of millions of people, to end the suffering of the millions of the people of Tigray, I think it should take practical measures against these invading forces, against these aggressors. The international community should take serious measures, should put practical sanctions against these forces. The Eritrean forces are committing atrocities in Tigray by violating international law, I can say, by invading the sovereignty of Ethiopia. Of course, it's an agreement, it's an invitation by the Ethiopian regime. But the international community should put its maximum efforts, its maximum pressure to withdraw Eritrea from Tigray. This is one of the actions. And giving expressions, giving explanations, expressing concerns about the atrocities, about the genocides, about the crimes against humanity or war crimes committing in Tigray didn't bring any solution yet. So what is needed is just practical measures, practical sanctions against these regimes, if really the international community is living up to its values and its commitments enshrined in the international covenants. If the international community, as we see so far, it doesn't cross this line. It doesn't go beyond expressions, beyond explanation, beyond statements. It doesn't go yet. But it must take important lessons. The expressions of concerns so far didn't bring any change to Tigray. In fact, it has been taken as a green light to these invading forces, just to continue their crimes in Tigray, to continue the genocides in Tigray. So practical measures must be taken right now. Otherwise, as it has been committed in many places in history, the genocide declared on Tigray by the joint forces would be one of the darkest sides of history, even just to come. So if the international community fails to act even in time, not only acting, but if it fails to act in time, the worst is even yet to come. Because the plan of these forces by now is to eliminate Tigray. It's not their interest not to subdue or to rule Tigray. Their plan and their interest is just to destroy Tigray and its people. And their action reveals their plan by now. Every inch that they cross, every place that they occupy, they are doing what they plan. They are indiscriminately killing innocents. They are burning villages. They are burning towns. They are destroying properties and in darkness. Because Tigray is already closed from communication. There is no communication in Tigray. Even the reporters, what is going on the field, what these genocidal forces are doing or committing, is not properly reported on time, because there is no internet, there is no media access in Tigray. So international community should do its level best in this way, and it should pressurize these forces to allow humanitarian access to Tigray. The people of Tigray deserve food. It's a very basic need. The people of Tigray deserve medication and health care, which are denied by these regions. The people of Tigray deserves proper access, proper media access, at least to reveal what is going on in Tigray to the international community. But media access is blocked, internet access is blocked, everything in Tigray is blocked, and we are living in darkness in the eyes of the international community. Simply because I believe the international community is not living up to its commitments, simply because the international community is not protecting its own values. So Tigray is just suffering extremely. We are living under a severe catastrophe. Every day the people of Tigray, the hearts and minds of the people of Tigray is bleeding, and we are feeling helpless because our people, as I said, are suffering in darkness. This is what I can say.
Redae, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you very much.